I was like, oh my, get the nurse, I have to push. And I'm like, I'm pushing. I'm like kind of screaming a little bit.
You're purple pushing, chin down, like bearing
like,
down, this pasty black hair. And I'm like, what in the fuck?
What's up? Welcome back to the Ava and JJ Unfiltered.
Today's video, we're going to be going over Ava's terrifying, gruesome, emotional,
Crazy,
raw war story of a birth. You're not going to want to miss this one. It's packed with all the things listed previously and everything in between. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Okay, so this birth is a natural birth. So it's a little crazier than, I guess, your typical epidural birth. So we'll just start off when I first had a contraction. My first contraction.
Okay.
Was at 9:40-ish p.m., I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Getting ready for bed.
Yes, we were getting ready for bed, and I just remember kind of being in denial for a little bit. Remember?
We were both being delusional.
We were like, hold up. Is this what it is? Like, because it was, I guess it was just
you just
mild
thought it was cramping.
cramps. Yeah, I was like, I'm cramping. And then I was like, oh my God, this is like taking me back.
I know. I was like, is this really happening?
Yeah, we were
like
hold
you fucking
up.
around? Like,
yeah, he was so excited. He was like, oh my God, let's go right now. Like,
dude, I was
so excited. It's like I thought I would be more anxious than I was, but I really wasn't that anxious. Like, when I first felt the contractions and like saw that they were consistent, I like at some point I was just like, okay, I guess this is really it.
I know, I still didn't believe it. Even when you were timing it and shit, I was like, this isn't real.
I was like
this
whatever.
Is not happening.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a false alarm, even though you're fat as fuck. You know?
Yeah, it's like it should be happening. This was the day before my due date, by the way.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, November 8th. November 8th. Yeah. Or 7th. No, it was the 7th. November 7th,
yeah.
And I had him on the 8th.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, this was like a couple days before my due date. So, I guess I should...
It's confirmed at this point.
So, yeah, before I went into labor, me and my mom went on a walk. And we went and walked to Target. We lived close to Target. And walked back with all of our groceries. And, like, we walked around the neighborhood.
Earlier in the day.
Yeah. We went and walked
Hella
around.
walking.
Yes, like lots and lots of walking.
An expedition, you could call it.
Yeah, we had that in mind that I was gonna need to give birth soon. But yeah.
That's probably what did it, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, because we did so many laps around
I know,
the
I remember you telling me about it.
And then we walked to Walmart or to Target too.
Psychopaths.
And then I came home, got ready for bed. As soon as I laid my head down on the pillow, it felt like I was like, oh shit. Feeling something funny. I think it was just like mild little cramps.
Yeah.
But anyways, so my mom goes to sleep early, so I didn't want to wake her yet until I knew for sure that it was happening, which it obviously was, but I didn't want to say anything. Yeah. So we just kind of kept it to ourselves for a little bit, and then I called her about midnight because they were like picking up and getting more painful and closer together, I'm pretty sure. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to come over. And I was like, no, don't come over yet. Like, I just started. Like, I was expecting to be in labor for a while.
It shows up 10 minutes later.
Yeah, she's like, okay, I'm coming over. And so I think they were about 3 to 4 minutes apart then, right? And it was probably about 1 a.m, almost 1. And I still had some time between my contractions. Like, I had to, like, kind of start focusing on my breathing a little bit more during my contractions. Like, I couldn't just do whatever. So, started packing my bag, getting the rest of my stuff. I had already had it packed, but, you know, grabbing the pillow and blankets and stuff.
I was grabbing the camera, water.
Just a few extra things. But
you already packed everything, the hospital bag and everything that we got from TikTok shop and shit.
But what did we do? So my mom got here, and she waited around with us for a minute because I was like so hesitant on going. I was like, I don't want want to go. Like, it's not, I literally just started laboring. It's like been a few hours. So I was like, there's no way we progressed really yet.
Anyway, we bite the bullet and we go to the hospital.
Yeah, we were like, okay, whatever, because my app that I'm tracking it on is telling me to go to the hospital. It was like 3 to 4 minutes apart. Go to the hospital. Like, I kept getting that notification, so I was like, fuck it, we'll just go. And then we get to the hospital, and I'm filling out all the information, and they're asking me some questions. And I go in the triage room and give me a gown and all that, and I put it on, and then the nurse comes in, and she's like, okay, I'm going to check you. And I was 30 centimeters dilated, or 2.5 or something like that. Oh, yeah, I'm bleeding. I was like 3 centimeters dilated, and
I'm nauseous.
What was it? 70% effaced or 90%?
I don't remember.
He was so low the whole time. I like could not, at this point, I could not even
squat
like I wanted to, or do the birth ball like I wanted to, because it hurt so bad. I literally could not squat. It was like so much pressure. I don't know. I feel like I was having back labor too. It was just like so much pressure. And yeah, I definitely couldn't move as much as I wanted to, even at 3 centimeters. But I think I waited there for, she said she'll come back and check me in an hour. And then she came back and I hadn't progressed. And then I like started bleeding a little bit, a good bit, honestly. It was freaking me out a little bit. I guess after she checked me, my cervix, is that what it's called? Check my cervix. Or my dilation or whatever. And I hadn't really changed, and I started bleeding, and then she was like, okay, we're just going to monitor you a little bit. They were like monitoring the baby and stuff too. And everything was fine, and they were tracking my contractions and all that. And yeah, I was just pretty much laboring there for a couple hours, and I was bleeding and stuff, and it was weird and freaky a little bit. And I was just still didn't progress after a few hours of being there and her coming back to check in on me. And then she ended up just sending me home, and she wrote on the paper, no pain. And I was literally doing my hypnobirthing with my headphones on, JJ's headphones on, like trying to breathe and relax because it was painful. Like,
yeah, so anyways, we get discharged and we go back home at like 5:30 in the morning. Is that right? About 5:30 when we get back home.
I think so. I feel like the sun was like just starting to come up.
Yeah, it was like dusk.
And we didn't believe that we were there for that long. We were like, dang.
And yeah, so we get back home, and then you're just laboring some more, breathing at this point, manually breathing.
Oh my God, I swear to God, like as soon as we got home, it like got so much worse. Like I felt like I could have turned back around and went back,
in the car,
and I would have been accepted.
Yeah.
Like, because I was 3 centimeters in the hospital, and I feel like literally just going back to the car and riding home, if I would have just turned back around, I probably would have been able to be admitted.
I feel like it's fine. We were here for a long time, though.
It was nice, though. I feel like that helped.
It's good to be laboring at home more. You were like stressed out in the room and shit.
I know, that's probably why I wasn't dilating. And then as soon as I got out of that atmosphere, I was like,
yeah,
could have went right back.
Progressing.
Like, yeah.
I mean, it was good. We got the yoga ball. We had the baths. Just being at home.
Yeah, I did a bunch of baths. Like, as soon as we got home, I just remember the pain just getting so much worse, like, so fast. I was like, oh, my God, I don't know why they sent me home. Like, I'm so confused why they sent me home. Like, and they put no pain on my discharge thing, and I was, like, in so much pain. So I was so confused. But, yeah, I went and got in the bath and just had the lights off and was like relaxing. The bath really, really helped me though. And then, yeah, I don't know. And then I would get too hot, and then I would get out of the bath, but then I would be in so much pain. I was like, I need the freaking bath again. And yeah. And I had the heating pad, and we were just pretty much laboring at home.
Sounds like hell.
Yeah. I wasn't crying or anything.
I don't think
Like,
you cried the whole time.
I know, I'm surprised because it was hard. Well, I'm not really surprised because I was preparing. I had been doing like hypnobirthing stuff and like just mindfulness and practicing my breathing and like just positive affirmations like trusting your body and just a bunch of positive stuff. So there was really no space in my mind for being scared or negativity at that
Do you
point.
recommend other girls watching to do hypnobirthing or try to do it natural rather
Yes.
than epidural? How
Um
much do you think the hypnobirthing helped you if you were decide to do the natural path?
so honestly, I wish I would have been a little more religious about the hypnobirthing because I feel like I would have really been able to do it good if I would have prepared a little more. Like, I just feel like, yes, I did hypnobirthing and I did all the stuff, but like, I just kind of slacked off a little bit. Like,
Did enough to where you would have some tools in the
yes, I
toolbox.
had a few tools, but I feel like if I really would have like done it every day for the last couple months like I was supposed to, then I would have really been set. But what I did do was
Explain hypnobirthing to them, like the 101 kind of TLDR.
okay, it's pretty much like just a guided meditation video, and it just teaches you like how to breathe and like what to imagine and
So like
like
visualization techniques.
yeah, visualization. I didn't even visualize anything.
You had black screen the whole
Yes,
time.
black screen. I was honestly just focused on my breathing and like, oh god. I was just focused on my breathing, and I was just like, okay. I literally don't even remember what I was thinking. I just knew that I could not have a second to freak out or it would be done. You know, like
So hypnobirthing is just basically meditation,
you're
visualization,
just
positive
mentally preparing.
affirmations.
You're just
You're just
mentally
getting ready for
preparing to be
war.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And the ice cubes things that you were doing.
yeah. I would hold ice cubes for like a minute frequently. Just whenever I would remember, I would hold ice cubes in my hand and like act like it's a contraction because your brain does a similar thing during a contraction, like as you're holding the ice. Like you just want to spiral kind of, and you just like start to kind of freak out, but you have to
Practicing
learn to,
mental
yeah,
toughness.
yep, be tough and like just learn to like that your breath can do everything. Like
Yeah.
if you just surrender to it and breathe through it, that will like be everything.
It's just pain.
Yeah.
It's just pain.
And I'm a wuss, like for real. And
That's an understatement.
no, really.
Until now.
Yeah, I'm tough now.
Yeah. Until now.
I'm real tough. Like, and I treated like all of my OB appointments and stuff. Like, I'm normally like have so much anxiety about even shots and shit. And I would treat like all of my appointments like
training modules.
yes. I would be like, okay, I'm not even gonna flinch. It's nothing, and I would be fine. Like I didn't even have a lick of anxiety.
That's so funny.
Like it was just.
I mean, that's what you got to do. This is if you're freaking out about a little shot, you got something coming for you.
I know. I'm
That's
like,
why you
I gotta throw all the other shit I'm scared of out the window because if I'm gonna do this, I gotta.
Next, we gotta tackle frogs and lizards.
Oh hell no! Yeah.
Anyways, so it's about 9:45, and at this point, you can't even fucking breathe, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, let's go. It was like not even a question.
No, I was like scared of getting sent home, so I was like, I don't know, I don't want to go. Like, but I was like, it was seriously like, I swear every minute.
Wait,
like,
what were you dilation wise when you got
8.
there? 8?
Yeah.
When the nurse said that, I was like,
yeah, no wonder I was in so much pain. I was.
It was like a validating thing for you
because you're like, oh, fuck,
okay,
thank God,
I'm 8. Like, if she said 4, you
I
probably
would have got that
like,
epidural. Yeah,
you probably been like, okay, fuck no.
I'm not doing this today. Yeah. But yeah. There's a video of me like JJ took, and I'm just like a complete wreck. Like I had changed 50 different times because I was bleeding through all my stuff. And, like, I don't even know. My hair was a wreck, and I was just walking up the stairs like this.
Oh, yeah, like...
holding my back because, oh, my God, let me tell you, my back hurts so freaking bad. And, like, my butt bone, I don't know what it was.
Dude, it's his big ass in there.
Whew, man,
sometimes
that
my back be hurting like today is because I had a bunch of shit in me,
Yeah.
It's like I'm constipated over a little few pounds of shit. And
I
you're over
had a
here
whole lot of
constipated
baby.
with a damn baby and I can't even imagine the back pain. That should be crippling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. I literally had to get the wheelchair, and I had to be rolled to the rest of the way.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah. I couldn't even sit in the damn wheelchair. Remember? I was like,
Yeah,
ooh, I
yeah.
cannot sit down right now.
Yeah.
I was going through it.
All the people passing by were just like,
Oh, shit.
condolences.
They were like, fuck. But when I got to the desk, it was no question that I was in labor. I could not even talk to them. I was like, ooh, like breathing out loud. They were like, yeah, this is when you're supposed to go. So.
Yeah. So we get checked into the real room, and we labor for, what, another few hours? Like another 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And you're just still going through it. It's kind of just ass.
So wait, how long was I there before they gave me the pain medicine?
Probably, like, if I had to say, it would probably be like 45 minutes to
an
hour and a half. In that
because
range.
it took them a long time to do put my IVs and stuff in.
Yeah, it was like an hour.
They kept messing up my IV. I had to do like 2 different nurses had to come in and do it. They tried to poke it in my arm like 2 or 3 times, and they ended up doing it in my hand. They ended up doing it in my hand, and I did not want it in my hand because that's just like the worst spot to get it. Anyway, yeah, so I guess when I got there, I was like 8 centimeters dilated, and it took them a while to get my IV and stuff going. And then it got to a point where I don't know if it was just because I had been sitting in an uncomfortable position for so long or what, but I like was starting to freak out. Like,
And
I
you were
don't even
doing
know.
it at this point. You were like,
yeah, like I was like, yeah.
Yeah. You were going through it.
I was like literally talking as loud as I could without screaming.
Oh
Like,
yeah. No, we're not there yet.
I
We're
know,
about there.
I know, but
getting there. It's ramping up.
yeah.
And then you get the pain medicine.
Yeah, I got the pain medicine because goddamn. I don't even know. Why did I get the pain medicine? I know I remember asking, and the nurse told me no.
And the doctor said yes.
The doctor came in because he saw that I was kind of starting to freak out. Like, it was just so close together at this point, and I was, like, starting to really freak out. I don't know why all of a sudden I was starting to freak out. But it was just getting, like, way more painful, I think, and closer together. Like, not hardly as long of a break as I was used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, can I get some pain medicine? Like, I was like, no epidural. Like, still at that point, I wouldn't have gotten epidural. I just wanted something because I knew that there were other options, like pain medicine or nitrous oxide. I really wanted that, but
laughing gas.
Yeah, I really wanted that, but I couldn't even talk. So I was just like, give me something, goddamn, like something. And the nurse was like, no, you can't because you're progressing too fast. And then the doctor came in a couple minutes later, and he was like, you want something? I was like, is it safe? I remember asking that. I was like, is it safe? And I was like, yes, please. Like,
I remember you asking that. I was like, oh my God, you're really asking a doctor if it's safe.
Well, apparently, because all the EMTs were in there.
I know. Yeah. But I just cringed. I remember I was like, oh my God. I can't right now.
They just want that money. What you talking about?
Yeah, true. Medical billing is a whole different.
Sorry, I'm coughing. I have a tickle in my throat.
A whole different spiel. So yeah, you get the fent, and then
I didn't even know it was that at the time. I probably wouldn't have gotten it.
It's just fentanyl is not even bad. Like
I know, but it's just
the only reason why it's a whole
like,
fent thing is because it's so easy to die from it if you're doing it in the streets. In a regulated environment, it's just a medicine, like any drug.
Yeah, but I thought they were gonna give me like some light pain medicine to kind of take the edge off.
Like a Motrin?
Yeah. When she said pain medicine, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get something to kind of make me feel a little better, but I'm still gonna be laboring. Like, I just want the edge off.
And
Bitch,
then
that
bro went
shit
to
knocked me
heaven.
out. I literally remember putting it in my IV, and I was just like, oh, thank God.
No
Just like
way.
this. And I fell asleep.
Yeah. I fell asleep too.
He got
We
into
both
bed
fell
with
asleep.
me. Yeah.
We both fell asleep. That's so funny. Yeah, because I was like,
Dude,
I wasn't
I
even gonna
literally
question
remember
it.
leaning back, like spinning, and I was
No
like,
way.
thank
What does
God.
it feel like?
I don't know. It was freaking crazy.
What does it feel like to do fit?
I don't
Was it
know.
amazing? Was it like heaven?
Yes,
Was it like-
especially after being exhausted. Like, I was up
Dude,
all day
I
and
bet that
night.
shit was like heaven.
Yeah, I was literally all I can remember before I I guess passed the fuck out. It was too much, I guess. I didn't give a fuck though.
Dude,
I did not
you know how
care.
shit be hitting you.
That probably would have overdosed. I should have warned them. I'm a weak.
So I'm a lightweight.
I'm a lightweight.
Calm down on the fat, brother.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
really though, because I just remember being like, "Thank God!" Like in
Out.
slow motion, like that too. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
"Oh my God, hallelujah!"
So then we fall asleep.
Yeah, and then I fell asleep, and then next thing I remember is I'm like, "Hold up!" I think the medicine was wearing off at this point, and later on, I asked how long it lasts, and she was like an hour. I'm pretty sure it was only an hour that the medicine.
So we were asleep for an hour?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then I literally remember thinking, when did I have a contraction last? Like, I'm pretty sure I was obviously contracting the whole time, but
Yeah.
I was just so out of it that I like didn't know.
Yeah.
But I was like starting to wiggle because I was like am I still in labor? I mean, damn, what'd they do to me? So I started to wiggle and and then I started feeling contraction, and I was like, oh, like starting to labor again pretty much. And then as soon as I like start to wiggle a little bit like this, I hear a and it's my water broke. Yeah. My water broke right there. And
it's so funny how like TV shows and movies will show like the water breaking.
it does like that for sometimes for some
Really?
people, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's different for everybody. The majority of people, it breaks right when you're about to push, though. And then some people, it breaks before you even experience a contraction. That's like their first sign of labor.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. As soon as I felt that break,
oh, this shit gets real.
ooh, baby. The nurse came in, and I was like, my water broke. And then she starts kind of taking the stuff off because it's all wet, obviously. And I don't even know how long it was until everything started happening. I'm pretty sure it was not long after.
It was pretty instant.
Yeah, pretty instant after my water
broke. It was like
broke.
instant. There was no time. There was no delay.
Okay, after my water broke.
No, it was like no delay at all.
I sat up from the bed, I'm pretty sure, like this. I was laying down.
Yeah, this was the worst out of all of it.
And I go, like, my body's starting to push. And I'm starting to feel real funny. And I was like, like gagging. And I like felt like I had to push from like every hole in my body. Like, it was the weirdest feeling ever.
Like your ears?
Everything. I was like.
No, you were literally, she was gagging with her entire body.
Yeah, I was like it was.
And we were like scrambling for a throw up bag or some shit, but you weren't even gonna throw up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I wasn't gonna throw up. It was just, I don't know. People say that happens to them. Like, even with an epidural, it's just like your body's response. Like you're just trying to get something out, and it's all holes at this point because your whole body is like expelling something, you know. But it was the craziest thing to like feel that, all of that. Like, oh my
it's just
God.
your body just pushing buttons.
Doing shit, yeah.
It's just pushing buttons to try.
So I'm like starting to kind of freak out because I have a terrible fear of throw up.
Yeah, that's a bad combo.
Yeah. I'm like terrified of throwing up. And I'm like, oh God. Like, I'm over here gagging. Like, I didn't throw up. And then I start pushing. I was like, get the nurse, I have to push. And I'm like, I'm pushing. I'm like kind of screaming a little bit. And I'm like pushing hard, like my body is kind of doing it. And then she says I'm like 9 centimeters. She's like, try not to push yet. And then I think she was like, you're good. And then we started doing shit. And everybody started rushing in as soon as I started like being loud. And I was like, ah! I don't even know what I was doing, but.
Nah, bitch, you was screaming.
Yeah.
You was screaming.
Before I was starting to push?
Yes. When you were laboring, like you were like you were like cursing and like screaming and shit. Yes. You were like, oh my fucking god. Ah. Like you were like about to freak out. And that's when the nurse was like, hey, that's not gonna help. You gotta chill out. You gotta fucking lock in. You don't remember her saying that to you?
I thought that was before I got the pain medicine. I thought that's why I got the pain medicine.
No, that was after. That was before you. That was like when you were 9.5 centimeters.
Ooh.
Yes, that was when you were about to push. That was the gagging period.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I probably started to freak out like that because I was gagging.
Yeah, because you were gagging. It was like a spiral. You were like spiraling.
Yeah. That's my trigger right there. Tell you that.
You were like.
I was fine the whole time until I started to gag, and I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah, you were gagging. You were just like literally, your eyes were rolling to the back of your head.
Oh my god.
Like you were like, oh my god, like you were out of it.
Yeah, I was like, ugh.
Completely out of it.
Ooh, Marion, baby, I'm not doing that again.
That nurse was like, after that nurse said that, you were like. You were chill.
I gotta do this. Yeah. What did she even say? I don't remember. I was like so out of it. I probably would have passed out.
No, she was like, she like literally got in your face. She was like, "That's not gonna do anything. You need to stop. The screaming ain't gonna do shit." Because you were like kind of screaming, like kind of like loud. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "You." Because
I was like freaking out.
Yeah, because you were freaking out. She was. Just, it wasn't like you were loud. Like stop screaming. It was like stop freaking out. That was like the main thing.
Yeah, I was like, calm down. You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, and then you were chill after that.
Yeah.
Because you were pushing in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. And when you push, it honestly helps because you get to like put all your energy somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like I was freaking out because I couldn't push yet, and it was just so much was happening.
You have to push.
I had to push. I was like, oh my god.
It's like holding back a dookie.
Yeah. You're like, what a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I can't not do what my body's doing. Like,
yeah, you can't fight that.
Yeah, but it was so weird. Like, that feeling of just, like, pushing, like, your body just doing it for you. It was just the freakiest thing ever. Like, I wish you could feel that. I don't. I was like, like, literally, like, red, purple, like, just feeling like I need to push everywhere.
Going too catching it, gotta slow down.
Ugh.
Because at that point, when you're like, the nurse obviously sees you're pushing. Like this is happening.
Yeah.
And so she calls everybody in. All of a sudden,
they were like, snap.
The room gets flooded with like 10 people. They got headlights on. They're like setting up a table, workstation, getting all the tools out. And I'm over here like, okay.
I saw nothing, by the way.
Let me get the fuck out the way. This shit's going down. And dude, it was just a crazy.
I don't know why I still to this day don't really know why there were so many people in the room.
There was like 4 EMTs.
Yeah.
3 nurses. The
Comment
doctor.
if that's normal.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so I'm next to the bed. Your mom's on the other side. Mm-hmm. Doctor's in the middle, and then you're pushing at this point.
And I tried to do it my way at first because all the videos I had seen was take it slow, breathe the baby out, get in an upright position, like put your knees in and your like feet out. So kind of like this would be my knees and this would be my feet, like kind of like this.
With your hips open.
Yeah, hips open, yep. And that didn't work. They were yelling at me because I was trying to do it my way and like breathe instead of hold my breath and push, because they want you to go and not breathe, and I was going and they were like, don't do that, like hold your breath, and I was like trying my best to ignore them because every single video I had been watching my whole pregnancy was breathe the baby down, do not purple push. But I eventually gave that up because nothing was happening, and JJ was telling me too. He was like, it's not working. Like the baby's head's going back.
Yeah, I was watching. So at this point, early pushing stage, it takes about 5 minutes, and you can already see his head like right there.
Oh my god!
Like this little pasty black head, like hair, this pasty black hair. And I'm like, what in the fuck?
You can... That's the damn intro.
That's the intro. I'm like, what is going on? At this point, you're like doggy, like you're on your hands and knees.
Yes, I was like, this was the headboard, and I was like this, but obviously my butt in the air, my knees together like that.
And while all this is going on, I'm over here grabbing the oil. The doctor's like, oil me up. And I'm like, okay.
I brought my own oil.
So we had some olive oil, and he's like, give me some of that shit. And so I was over here squeezing all over his glove and shit while holding her leg up.
Bring your oil, because I literally asked. I was like, can you put oil on? He was like, did you bring any? Like, if I wouldn't have brought it, I would have been screwed.
Yeah. That shit helped.
I thought they were supposed to have it at the hospital. They do, but I guess they didn't. Shit.
But yeah, his head was sticking out, and I'm over here like, what the fuck is this?
I wish I could have seen what that looked like.
It was crazy. It looked like, since your other parts are like right there, it just looked like this little like cone head, because that's all you can see.
Yeah.
Like this little like diamond head. I'm like, what in the fuck is this? But like, I don't know. Anyways, so
it was just like this much of his head, right?
Yeah, no, it was like this much of his head that you could see. It was pretty small head, like probably this much.
Oh yeah, until the rest came out.
Yeah.
Until the rest came out, and it was really like this big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get into that. But so all fours wasn't working.
Yeah.
So then your mom goes on the other side, gets this right leg way up in the air, and I pulled this one too close.
They were trying to put me on my back, and I was like, absolutely not.
You're like side, compromise.
I was like, my side is fine, because that was like my next best thing.
That was the best.
Yeah. And because you don't want to be on your back because you're, what's it called?
Your
that back butt bone or something.
Oh my god, dude.
Occipital bone?
No, that's this right here.
Oh. Okay.
Is it your sacrum? Is it your pelvis?
Yeah. Pelvis.
Something like that.
One of the bones right here, when you're on your back pushing, it's not as big as it could get.
It's your pelvis.
If you're off of it. So I was like pushing like this to the side with my leg up in the air like that, off of my tailbone.
Yeah, that was the best.
Yeah.
You had like your elbows right here.
Next time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my elbows.
Next time's gonna be easy.
For real, he gonna come right out, or he, whatever the fuck.
So yeah, and at this point you're purple pushing, chin down, like bearing down.
Like,
and that shit was working. That shit was working. I was like, okay,
shit, I gotta listen
take
to
a
him
break.
now.
Take a break. We're gonna go in, and you're gonna fucking push this baby out.
Yeah, he was doing so good, like coaching me, because I was literally like not even really prepared to purple push, because that wasn't my plan this whole time. Like,
I saw it working, so I was like, okay, we're going all in on purple pushing.
Yeah.
Because you would push hard as hell, and like it kind of inchwormed out. Because you would get so much progress and then back up, and then it would be all the way back in.
And I also tried my best to like wait for my contractions too.
That was OP as fuck.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, because they were telling me to push, and I was like, shut up. Like, and then I was like, hold up.
She was the boss.
Yeah, tell me what to fucking do.
They was like, they didn't have no control over what was happening. She was just like, I'm waiting for my contraction. Like, hold up.
Me. Yeah, hold on.
That shit was funny. Yeah. But yeah, when the contraction came, we fucking pushed, and we fucking made that contraction worth it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and then eventually he was just like, "Oh, I'm almost out. Oh, I'm all the way back in. Oh, I'm almost out. I'm a little bit back in. Oh, I'm almost out. A little bit more back in. My whole head's showing now. Time to get out." And then the ring of fire.
Yeah, I don't remember screaming, but he said I was screaming.
You don't remember screaming?
Mm-mm.
That was like the grand finale.
I must have like checked out or something.
That was like the grand finale when all the confetti comes down until there's a plot twist, but The confetti's coming down, and she's like I can't even do the scream anymore with my voice, but it was like literally ear piercing, glass shattering, like scream, and his whole head comes out, but the umbilical cord is wrapped around his neck.
And I'm like immediately like fine. By the way, I was like, ooh. I was like, is he okay? And then like as soon as I put him on my chest, I was
Hold
like,
on, you're skipping.
oh sorry.
You're skipping. Doctor was over there like, tight cord,
Oh yeah,
tight cord. Yeah, you gotta chill out. Oh, you're missing the whole story.
Well, I did grab him out a little too, right? That was after he cut.
That was
the cord.
after he cut the cord. You're skipping this part. As soon as he come out, we're like,
I was so out of it,
Yeah, I know. But like he was like, oh shit, it's a tight cord.
Yeah.
And so he had to get two tweezers, hold on to the cord tight because that bitch was wrapped around his neck. I was like, oh fuck, we gotta do this shit again. He dead. Like, god damn it. Yeah, I was like, damn, this is terrible. So anyways, he grabs it. He grabs two pliers, like two surgical pliers, grabs the cord, holds it with one hand with two pliers. And he's over there juggling the scissors, like the surgical scissors with his other hand, like literally frantically. And he cuts the cord in between the two pliers. So he has the two pliers right here. And then he has a hold of the cord. And then he takes the scissors and went, psst, and it was fine. And then he comes all the way out.
Yeah,
and
and
he's
then
all pasty.
he was like, okay, I want you to grab him. And then I reached down and I grab him
and
put him on my chest. And I'm like, hi, baby. And I'm like rubbing him and I'm smelling him and kissing him. All the paste.
Yeah, he's pasty as hell. I have a picture. That shit was funny.
But yeah.
And then he starts crying.
Yeah. I was still in so much shock. Like, I didn't even cry when he came out.
Yeah, your pupils were dialed.
Yeah. They were like that big. Like, dude, yeah, that was freaking crazy.
Yeah, it was war.
I didn't like really feel all the emotions until we got into the maternity room, like the mother suite, mother baby suite. But oh my god.
Yeah. And then he's out, and then they basically.
I did not tear or anything.
Yeah, no, seamless.
Yeah, everything was good. And they were like pressing on my stomach and stuff after, and oh my god. I remember oh yeah.
While he's getting tests and stuff.
Yeah, and like frequently after. But the one other notable thing that I remember is pulling my placenta out.
Oh, shut up. Oh my god, shut up.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That shit hurt. There's literally a video of me like making like the scariest ouch face. And he was like, that's just the placenta. And I was like, oh my god. Oh, by the way, I had this whole birth plan typed up and I was like, don't pull the placenta, don't do this, don't do that. All that shit went out the window. That didn't even come out of the bag. I could not even do anything for myself. It was too crazy.
Yeah, so he's getting wellness checks, temperature, all that good shit. And then they're over here pressing on her stomach to get all the excess blood out to make sure no hemorrhaging or clots happen in the future.
That hurt
I'm asleep.
Too. That hurt.
As soon as he comes out, they're over there surrounding her, cleaning up, taking the baby.
I don't even remember anything.
Doing all this shit. I'm like, you know what? There's so many people in here. I'm just going to get out the way. So I sit down in the corner, and I'm just like, whoa, that shit just happened. For 2 seconds, and then I lay my head down and I fall asleep.
I don't know what I did either.
Because we'd been up for like what?
A whole day, a whole night, and then a half of a day.
It's too long. So I was out.
Yeah.
And then basically they wake me up and like, okay, we're moving to the maternity suite or whatever. And yeah, we're holding him. He's a little baby. He's all clean up. He has to get a circumcision tomorrow.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah. Cut the tip of his dick off.
It was terrible too. Oh my god.
I was sleeping on the couch, fucked my back up, and the hospital food was pretty good.
It was all right.
And then we left with the baby.
Yeah.
We had a photo shoot by the
photographer come to the hospital after, like the next day.
Yeah.
A day or two later.
Yeah.
And we got the cutest pictures ever.
Everyone came to visit him in the maternity suite.
Everyone came. all his family, all my most of my family.
Everyone that lived here, at least.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for the birth video.
Yeah.
Or for the birth and laboring story.
Yeah. So it was pretty crazy, but it could have been worse. I feel like.
Pretty tame.
I feel like I feel like I did really well. I feel like it's normal to scream at the ring of fire.
Oh yeah, everyone, all the nurses, the doctor, they were like, yeah, that was the best, cleanest birth I've seen in a while.
Yeah, they were like, you know how to birth. They were like, you made that look easy. That's
Especially
what the
natural.
doctor told me. Yeah.
The natural, like they were just like, oh, they don't. You could tell like they don't get many natural births.
They were like freaked the fuck out too.
Yeah.
They were like feeling scared.
They were
for
like,
me.
what? You're not getting an epidural?
They kept asking me. They're like, are you sure you don't want one? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Every nurse that would come check on you, they'd be like, oh, you got the epidural. Like they would just assume you got
They're
the
like,
epidural.
how are you walking? Your back's probably hurting, huh? And I was like, I didn't get the epidural.
They're like, what?
Yeah. They're like, oh, you didn't.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I do remember the one time I was pissed is when someone asked me about the epidural. Whenever I checked in, she was like, oh, you wait. You'll get the epidural or something. It's not too late or something like that. I was like, I looked at you and I was like, oh, shut the fuck up. I was like, oh, now I'm really not getting it.
Yeah. Now you're really not getting it.
I was like, thank you for that.
But yeah, pretty gnarly shit right there.
And I'm like, scared to do it again. But like, I feel like it'll be fine.
Yeah, you're ready.
I'm just like scared that I'm gonna have like PTSD or something, and it's gonna be triggered whenever I like am in labor again.
That's not gonna happen.
I don't know.
That's
you know how I experience shit.
Yeah, but there's like you gotta push out a baby. There's no room for PTSD there. There's bigger fish to fry. That's the beauty with birth.
I guess the only way it could end is me getting an epidural, which isn't the end of the world, but
yeah.
In my birth story, I don't want that.
Yeah, but I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice to anyone thinking about doing a natural birth?
It was painful, but you can get through it because I'm the biggest freaking wuss ever, and I did it.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore because I really did prepare for it, and nothing can prepare you for a contraction, but you just have to be ready for it. Like, no matter what the pain is, you just have to tell yourself, okay, it's all right. Like, you're just going to get through it because you have to, and you're just going to surrender to the pain, and it'll be over soon, and then you'll have your baby, and just trust your body. That was my biggest thing. Like, do not be scared of being out of control because your body is, like, in control, like, your mind might try to go somewhere else, but just know that your body is very in tune and in touch with what's happening.
Y'all been doing this shit for the beginning of time,
yeah.
The beginning of humans.
So as long as you just surrender any kind of scaredness you have, just feel your body. Just literally like meditate and surrender into everything you're feeling, and it'll just go so much better. Like,
beautiful.
It's honestly a spiritual like experience. Like,
beautiful.
Really. Yeah.
I think that's it.
It like makes me excited to do it again, but I'm also scared because it did hurt. But like, It was cool,
Yeah.
Like I'll do it again. Obviously.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was fun to watch. I don't know if I would. I would probably adopt if I was a woman after seeing that.
Yeah.
Not to scare you.
Well, he did say that when the baby was coming out, like it looked natural though. Like it didn't look too crazy. No, yeah.
You could tell that your body.
That was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't look as scary as you would like think it would.
The body will do the body things. It'll get you through it. Yeah. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video.
Yeah.
It's really good. Really enjoyed making this video so we could document.
Yeah.
This beautiful experience, full of pain, full of growth, full of life. More importantly. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this unfiltered conversation, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment of what you want to see next. If you have given birth or you have any questions, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, I want to hear your stories. I'll be cool.